everybody, and welcome to another session of PairOfSocks Lost here on Hero Club Live. I am your Dungeon Master, Dylan McCullum, and this is Hero Club. And here on Hero Club Live, this is not the main thing we do here. Hero Club, the main thing we do is our podcast where we take our TTRPG sessions that we record live around the table, and we edit down with sound effects and music. I have to say, we edit down painstakingly with sound effects and music into these tight, wonderful little audio anthologies. We have all different kinds of genres. Let's list them off. We got pirates, all different kind of varieties, namely animal. We have space. We have western. We have werewolves. We have stoner comedy. We have slasher flick. We have Tarantino send-up. We have Christmas. We have a few Christmases. We don't have any Hanukkahs because the people who run this company are problematic. But we continue on. That's not true. I'm one of those peoples. And moving on, we have these lovely people.
We have westerns.
I said Western. I said Western this time.
Great.
We have space.
I said space this time.
That was a second.
I said it.
Tarantino.
I did them all, I think. I didn't do them all. But anyway, go and listen to the podcast. Start wherever you want and have a wonderful time getting lost in the stories that we have made. But here on Hero Club Live, we just sit around and play some D&D, no editing necessary, and have a good old time. I will explain what PairOfSocks Lost is in a moment, but first, let's talk with our players. Let us talk first with John. John, introduce yourself, tell us who you're playing, and anything else you may want to say.
Hello, my name is John Madison. I play Tone, who's an arcane turtle chef with a middling Scottish accent. And I also didn't plan a fun fact or anything, but I am currently painstakingly editing a music video that I hope to release next week. So check it out when it's out.
I mean, I guess I did say that you could do anything, but plugs are for the end of the episode, John. The end of the episode!
I'm sorry.
I'm only frustrated because I want to see this incredible music video that you've been talking about.
What's the opposite of inspiration? I'll take it.
No. You keep it. Because also,
I'm encumbered.
Don't you dare talk about your incredible Scottish accent. Also, Scotland doesn't exist in this world, so your accent is perfect for Waterdeep.
That's fair. A lot of people don't know this, but the region of Waterdeep that Tone is from is exactly like this.
This is exactly
Not like
how
this,
I got
but
away
like
with having an awful French accent for an entire season of Hero Club. Because France doesn't exist, baby. Moving on to Hannah Fagerbaki. Hannah, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say.
I'm Hannah. I play Marabella. She's a grave cleric. Yeah, grave cleric. She likes digging holes and putting bodies in the ground. I'm level 5. And my fun fact this week is that if you were to stack end to end every single chromosome of DNA in your body, it would be 67 billion miles long.
Wow.
Jesus.
It's
Too long.
Too long.
It's enough for 150,000 round trips to the moon.
That's
in one person.
That's actually insane.
No matter how tall you are.
Maybe you get a little more.
Moving on to Marty Abby Schneider. Marty, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to tell the people.
Oh, God. Hi, everyone. I'm Marty Abby Schneider. I work on Hero Club, and I play Golzog Intestine Scarf. He is an orc who, as far as he understands, isn't a warrior. The way that manifests on the character sheet is he's a monk. He's a Way of the Astral Self monk. And, very happy to be here. And, I've been looking at everybody's fan art on the fan art thing. I know I don't get on the Discord enough, but Big shout out to Byforce and their pixelated map, and big shout out to something Pothoof, KJ Pothoof, who did a really cute drawing of Ladybug as a little mer pig. All the fan art, guys, is really incredible. It blows my mind every time I look, and please don't stop doing it.
It makes us so
really
happy.
Appreciate
It really does make us so happy. Just
Gives
to
us
see
life.
It really does. Also, let's say hi to Jasmine. Jasmine, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to tell anyone.
Hello, I am Jasmine, and I am playing Zara. She is a halfling rogue / fighter, and that's all I have to say.
Wonderful, Jasmine. Keep it short and sweet. And last but not least, we have Natasha. Natasha, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and anything else you want to say to the people.
Oh my gosh, I'm Natasha, and I am playing Princess Griselda Calzini, and she is a pig named Ladybug, and they are from the Calzini Kingdom, and she's a Pallet Elf Druid, Circle of the Shepherd, and I'm also a mermaid, so
She is
pretty cool.
a
Thank
mermaid.
you.
I'll say this right off the bat, just so you all know, this is going to be Natasha's last session with us for a little bit. Natasha's a very, very busy little gem pig. So just keep that in mind. I will say, I will, yes, Marty?
Do we as characters know that?
No.
No.
Okay, cool.
That's what the session's going to be about.
I just need to gauge whether or not I need to say goodbye to Ladybug.
Well, you may have to tonight, and it may be the saddest thing that ever happens in this campaign. For a second, it's not goodbye forever. It's just for now. But I'll say this now at the beginning, and I'll say it again at the end. We do have guests coming on. Finally, it's a perfect time to get some guests coming on and playing some D&D. It's summer. It's summer. There's a strike. People are free, baby. They got time to play some D&D. And I am happy to report that the very first guest of PairOfSocks Lost is our very own Daddy Primavera himself. George Primavera will be stepping in to play at my table. I'm the captain now. So anyone who has been missing that beautiful baby boy on your stream, you will see George as a player, which is a very rare thing for him. He has his character all rolled up and created. He's very excited, and I can't wait to see how that all goes down. That'll be very fun. Anyway, I'm Dylan McCullum. I'm the DM of PairOfSocks Lost. What is PairOfSocks Lost? It is a adventure, D&D adventure based off of the 5e adventure book Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We are very far beyond that at this point. A lot of the things are named the same, but things have been changed around. This is a very normal tactic for your first time DMing, this is my main first time DMing a long form campaign, to take a book like this and absolutely mangle it. It's a wonderful way to do it. I recommend it. Use a book, jump off of it, and destroy it. I haven't looked at the book in months, which has been wonderful. The only time I do is when I go and grab one of the maps and go this is the map. Nothing on it is real anymore. And I think that's enough. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot my spiel. I said this at the beginning before we even started. My mind's a little bit loopy. I had 2 big Italian meals basically back to back in my life, and so I am high off of gnocchi, and I can't think fully straight. So, PairOfSocks Lost is based off of the works of Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, The Wizard of Oz, Narnia, Phantom Tollbooth. All of those stories kind of mishmashed into one fan fiction that I'm forcing my friends to walk through and have a good time in, and now they're the main characters, and see what happens when they have to deal with all of my little headcanons. Anyway, let us get into the recap. Shall we, gang? A lot happened last time, a lot of things to go over, a lot of things to think about. Last we left off, our found friends finally were able to take a moment in this camp of the forgotten to reconnect, albeit rushed and hurriedly, to reconnect not only with each other, but with these children, these kids who seemingly knew them well. It was a lovely, if not confusing, thing to be so warmly welcomed and know that you're supposed to feel this for these kids, but it was hard. In this moment, in this time of reconnection, Tone realized how long and how many memories of these kids he had forgotten. Long ago, when this all first began, Tone wandered through into Prismere mere moments before the rest of the party. But in reality, that amounted to a full year's worth of time. Living and working with these kids, trying to figure out what was going on and what really was the cause of their plight. Then everyone settled down to have conversations about what to do next and where to go from here, how to deal with this threat, and if they even should. Tone wandered off and used his newfound power to peer into the mind of the child who is known as the one who's been there the longest, a little boy named Michael. Saw images of a fairy and a young youth clad in green, who could really only be, I guess, Link and Navi. It's really only one thing it could be. And that was deduced very quickly. That it was Link from The Legend of Zelda, copyright. They came together to discuss what to do next, and the mounting stresses of every possible road ahead of them, and the confusion, came to a point where at the very least they were able to agree on, let's help these kids, and go from there. And that is where we left off. Tone, you're making a meal, imagining a meal. I believe that you were asked to include some emotions of, reconciliation and feelings of warmth and happiness. Do any of you want to do anything in this time before we set off for the evening's rest?
Really quick, can I ask something to the party?
Good.
I'm so sorry, I've never asked this before. Does anyone have any food allergies before I go make dinner? Does anyone is anyone allergic to mushrooms or anything?
What are allergies?
Allergies are something that makes you cough or sneeze or your throat swell up. It's kind of like if a carrot was poison or something. Although I don't think you can be allergic to carrots, but
cilantro makes my throat itch, but that doesn't mean I'm allergic, right? It's just like that's the thing that cilantro does to people.
No, I think you might be allergic to cilantro.
I've never heard of allergies. There are no allergies in the Broken Spine Canyon orc tribes. I don't think.
Okay.
Jasmine, in real life, do you hate cilantro?
I am allergic to cilantro in real life.
Oh my gosh, I hate it. I'm not allergic to it, but it makes me gay. So I was gonna say cilantro too, and then you said, yeah, I don't really fancy coriander leaves. I don't know if that's the same thing she's talking about.
It's different, but I won't make anything with coriander or cilantro. I found some grass from the side of the yellow brick road, so maybe use some of that, but I don't think it's cilantro. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go.
Right before this, you just see the little tiefling Copper just goes,
Oh yeah.
Are we talking allergies?
Oh God. Yes, Copper. What do you got for me?
We're all allergic to vegetables.
Is that true? Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Okay. Sorry. Insight check's gonna be a 17.
17. There's flashes of Copper trying to pull this shit every day for years. No, they're not. Copper just hates vegetables.
Okay.
And as someone who's worked in the restaurant industry for a long time, you know the difference between an allergy and a preference.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Copper. I read you. And then I'll go get started on dinner. I might try to make a flatbread.
Okay.
To go. All right.
You see Copper just like goes over to Snowdrop and is like, I think he bought it this time. I think he bought it this time. Snowdrop just goes, he didn't, Copper. He never does. We're gonna have to eat our vegetables.
Aww.
Walk off.
It's cute.
Anyone have anything else they want to do? Anyone they want to talk to?
Trying to...
I think I want to check in with Sierra, and I haven't talked to Sierra, right?
No.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I cast, what is it? Speak with animals?
Okay. Yeah, Sierra, ever since you got back, has been very, like, by your side. Yeah, Sierra, as you know, is not really like a pet. Sierra doesn't really, like, nuzzle, but Sierra has kind of been standing resolute by you ever since, you cast Speak with Animals. What do you say?
Griselda offers Sierra up a mud pie. I didn't know you were a mother.
Ah, yes. It has been a few days since that happened, hasn't it? It's nice to talk with someone about it. I'm sorry that I never mentioned. It didn't seem professional in our capacity.
Griselda.
We are merely allies, correct?
Merely allies? She's petting Sierra's head.
I mean that not as an offense. You are the only ally I seem to have left.
Sierra, you know, I would do anything for you. And if that is merely an ally, so be it. But I would like to know more about this daughter. Daughter? Or
Son.
son?
Son. Mm-hmm.
This child, this spawn of yours.
Ah, yes, spawn. You hit upon the exact colloquialism that we use. Very good. You know me so well. It's just Avion. When the shadows fell and the youth took over, the land became a swamp, and the frogs, they relished in it. And so too did many of my kind. But some of us saw what this new future was. It was built as a city on a graveyard of souls. I wanted nothing to do with it. And so I fled. I tried to take my spawn, but I could not make it out with them in time, and I am a horrible parent. They are there and have been raised. Apparently they hate me. Say that I follow the salted path. I guess I do, in their eyes.
Dang. Oh my god. That's wild. Wait, so she she was a refugee? She was basically a refugee and left without her spawn. Whoa. That's kind of bad. But what does Griselda think? Can I do an insight check on the vibe?
Sure.
Okay, let's see what the vibe is. Oh my god, a nat 20
Wow.
on the vibe.
Yeah, the vibe is that you can tell pretty clearly that no, not this. I need to get this off. I never want this. I need to rename this. I never do. I never want that. You can tell pretty quickly that this is a very painful memory for Sierra, and Sierra isn't explaining everything exactly well for you to understand. The gist of clearly Sierra blames herself for leaving and for not being able to get them out. You know Sierra long enough that you're pretty sure that this wasn't just a selfish choice to leave the kids behind. Something probably happened. That they got separated or something. Like with a nat 20. You know her well enough that you know that it probably wasn't just a like, oh, she got out and then just left them. It was like something happened during that moment. And also you notice suspiciously that no other parent has been mentioned.
Yeah.
At all.
Did someone make you leave them?
No. I just thought... I thought we'd all leave together. But my mate. Had other plans.
Does your mate is your mate still in Avion's life?
I assume. I assume that Voss is still out there.
Voss? Would they attack you like Avion did?
I didn't think it had come to that, but I believe so. I thought we all agreed that the path that led to this swamp was laid in blood. And that it was a future we should not accept. There are others who think like me. Other frogs, snails, ravens. But then there are those who wanted to finally feel powerful. I guess Voss was always a coward. Finally feeling powerful then. How I ever loved him, I'll never know.
Griselda will look into Sierra's eyes.
Mm-hmm. Both eye stalks just kind of.
Oh, so then holding
yeah.
stalks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want everyone to remember, for those who are coming into the stream now or forgetting who we're talking about, Sarah's a giant snail, like a rideable snail.
Yeah.
Snails' eyes are on their little squish.
Yeah, right there. Like, just so everyone remembers what we're dealing with here.
Yeah. And Griselda also has her eyes are just black.
Yeah.
I think we forget this sometimes, but our eyes are just black. Like,
yeah, we forget that this is very cute, but also kind of like horrifying. Like this scene is just a horrifying moment in the woods.
Yeah. I will protect you from Voss and from Avion and from whomever wants to fight. This is a promise I make to you and to all of my allies. And she feels like a little royal about that.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage.
With advantage? Okay. So I got dirty 20. Oh yeah, thank you. Okay, dirty 20. That's so funny. A snopera.
What'd you get?
Oh, dirty 20. Sorry,
sorry.
I thought I said it.
You might have, and I might have. Again, gnocchi. Apologies. Blame it on the gnocchi. Dirty 20. Sierra just bows their head towards you.
If it comes to pass. If it comes to pass that this leads to a world of drier land, harder soil. If that is the salted path, then so be it. I shall follow you. My queen. The salty queen, who does not smile.
Griselda just nods her head solemnly. It's kind of like she's kind of like cosplaying this idea of queen right now because it feels comfortable with Sierra. Like, yes. And she kind of like tries to elegantly turn away.
Make a performance check.
A 4.
A 4. As you're turning away, you're turning away very elegantly, but just just as you're turning away, it startles you. You just hear, "Hey, what are they saying? What did they say? Why are you looking like that? I can tell that you can hear me now, and you have not stopped to talk to me in a little bit. Down here, it is me, a ladybug, and do not ignore me."
I wasn't ignoring you. I was just gonna go talk to you right now.
Don't you make a persuasion check or deception? Was it persuasion?
Oh no, it was true. It was true. It was true. A dirty 20.
Okay, ladybug just goes, "All right, I'm very sensitive, and you know this." And it's
Griselda squat down like on the ground like a frog kind of talking to Ladybug.
And it has been very stressful because I have learned how to swim like a fish, but now we are in the scariest place that I've ever seen, at least for a moment, and now there are children everywhere, and I see, and the friends are back, but the friends, I don't know what is going on, and then Gozog is looking good.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Well, you never tell me I look good.
You never tell me that I look good. We are not going to play this game.
So why are you saying Gozog looks good? Can I do an insight check on
Sure. Insight.
Insight Ladybug. Okay, wait. Let's see. A 15.
15. Ladybug likes being carried by like someone with muscles sometimes.
Oh my god! Listen, you can be carried by Gozog whenever you want. Just give me a little nudge, and I will understand the vibe.
I do not want to appear. I do not want to appear easy to obtain.
My gosh, Gozog would love that. So every once in a while, you can let me know. That's besides the point, okay? Look, do you want to know what's going on or not?
Yes, please, drop the tea.
Okay, so no one really knows what they want to do, but they think that they want to defend these kids, okay? So we're going to play nice with these kids.
All right.
Oh, sorry, we're not fighting. You're right. I'm sorry, we're a team.
Also, the defending the kids, that sounds like a good idea.
Oh, you like that?
I like kids.
I thought you just said they were stinky. Did I make that up?
I did not say they were stinky. I just said that they were everywhere. That is a you thing.
Okay, that's
a you thing.
You're right.
I think you should. I think that. Do you think that the kids are stinky?
I don't know. They do kind of stink.
I think that I think you need to evaluate your priorities a little bit.
Okay, then
because to take it from me, you hang around with a pig and the animals, and you think the kids are stinky.
And you know that there's stigma around that. You're very, very clean.
I am. Well, that is because I spent a couple of days under the water.
Okay, besides the point. So, Sierra, if Sierra, and now she's like whispering it, even though Sierra can't understand.
Yeah.
If Sierra's ex comes around, it seems like it was a really bad situation, and so they're gonna try and attack Sierra, and we have to protect Sierra at whatever cost it is. Okay.
All right.
And then they do like their like parent trap kind of like handshake that they haven't done in a while, but they're doing it.
And for everyone who doesn't remember what this is that this is not a giant snail. This is a pig who is staring blankly ahead, but is also speaking in just oinks, but you hear all of that. So, yeah, just kind of staring blankly ahead and just kind of doing that. We will move away from this conversation. Anyone else have anything they want to do?
Yeah, I would love to check on Thicket.
Okay. You see, Thicket is over by one of like the training dummies in the middle of the area, like a target practice. Just like has like the bow is just kind of like, you know, aiming with the bow. Will get it on target, not a bullseye, and not even really on the target, like off target, and will just like take out an arrow out of the quiver.
Hey, I'm a turn in, but I just wanted to say, Thicket, it was really way to play it cool with Zara. That was a pretty dope move.
Yeah, you would think it's cool.
Yeah, I do, man. I came over here to tell you I thought it was cool.
Make a persuasion check.
Ho-ho! 9.
Okay. That's really nice of you, Golzog. But... and I don't mean this to offend you. But you're a small fish. And I'm going fishing for a large catch.
Golzog. Golzog is going to try to match the cringe intensity.
Yeah, okay.
And be like, I know, man. And not that you need it, but... and he claps a shoulder, he claps a meat hook on, Thicket's shoulder. Best of luck. Best of luck out there. And then there's like a pause. Okay, good night. And then goes off to go to sleep.
Okay. Thicket just stands there.
Did it seem like that made him feel good and cool?
Make an insight check.
Right. 6.
6. Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
In some way, like, one, you can tell that you complimenting him made him feel good, but also you being like someone that he talked down to for a moment and you just like letting it happen made him feel super cool.
Okay, cool. That is all I wanted.
Anyone else have anything they want to do before we
Fuck me.
Head down for the evening?
One other thing I'd like to, well, I'm serving dinner. After I've served dinner in these little bowls, can I check on, I think it's Willie? Right?
Wilhelmina.
Will.
Yeah,
Wilhelmina. Can I check on Will? Because I think Will was going to go get my recipe book / notes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Will, like, while you're cooking, just kind of, like, does, like, some parkour around the trees and, like, you know, hangs
Sick.
upside down from, like, the ankles again on a branch. And he was like, Hey, Ton! Here's your book. Hey,
Whoa.
Up here! Here's your buck!
Thank you.
Of
Here's your
course.
dinner.
Oh, thanks!
Okay.
Like eating upside down fully.
Be careful.
All right, Ton.
So I guess I'll just peruse through it, but
Yeah.
I don't want to spend a bunch of time on it.
You see that there's a lot of writings from yourself. You don't even have to make an investigation check. It's just there. You see a lot of writings from yourself. You see the stuff that you've already kind of thought about the thought patch. You've seen yourself kind of getting into like the bright ideas. You see notes from yourself talking about, you know, whenever we have like any kind of revelations, they come. Whenever they seem to always come when we have like, you know, any kind of idea, any kind of thought about them. They have taken some of the kids before. You have, over the year, they've taken a couple of kids. You always say that, like, you know, they were some of the best and brightest of the group. Usually the older, the ones who like are not older in the fact that they've been here for years, but older in like how they like presented themselves, like maybe were like on the edge of adulthood. You have a couple of pieces of writing about how you're like writing to yourself, but how, okay, they come, don't let them look at you for too long, they'll take over your body.
Any inclination on how in between, like how often they come?
Yeah, you see that it would be like every 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah, like you'd like be able to mark it like every like 3 or so days after an attack. You theorize that like they need time to recharge or something like that, like renew. You have you feel like and you did a nat 20 on certain things like this. Yeah, you read notes that you've scrawled where you feel like they're all operating under like one mind.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you've seen them, they move collectively as one. So it feels like they have to take time to recharge, because when you hurt one of them, it hurts all of them in some ways.
Okay.
You have written down the words, "If I only had a brain," a few times, that you've heard it before. And an image of a lone figure standing in a field. Completely barren and alone. That you describe in detail, of dark shadows, crows flying, ripped robes, tattered clothing, would stare at you, and then the vision would end. And it would almost be like a vision or a nightmare. And in this field, you also, with your high investigations that you've done before, had notes on, you see almost like a pumpkin patch. These like sprawling pumpkins with this one figure standing in the field. But you look down at the pumpkins and all of them are just these like softly pulsating brains that you've fought before. You see them almost like being birthed and growing in the patch.
Cool, but also gross.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I'll go back to the group or whoever is around the fire eating and let them know sort of what I've discovered and just relay all of that. And that's sort of the last thing I've got to do before bed.
Okay. Anyone else?
Can we make any checks? Like, I don't know if this would be a history check or something to see if we remember getting any visions of that or know where the field is.
Mm-hmm. Make a history check for me.
Nat 20.
Maribel, you've kind of been going around, you know, you have like the bones of the skeletons that you ripped out of these corpses to kind of take back control against their newly like dominated masters. And as you're kind of burying them and like, you know, dealing with the bones and the flesh, you kind of remember that you have been here probably the least of anyone. You've dealt with the kids kind of the least of anyone. At least you think. Because memory has been spotty for you for a long time. You have a hole in your memory that has been gone for a while, so this isn't as new to you. It also means that it's harder for you to fully know how long you've been here, but with that nat 20, you do remember that when you were here last, when you were with the kids, you saw a vision of that same pumpkin patch, that same patch of brains, and instantly you were like, well, we don't want to go there. That looks awful. That looks like an awful place to be. With a nat 20, you would have been the first one to say that going to where they are, maybe that's where they're most vulnerable. But also, all these visions, all these things, it could be a trap. You've thought of a couple different ways. One is that you could follow a corpse that has been corrupted by these things and see how they move. Another one is that you've thought of the idea, again with a nat 20, you've thought of the idea of if you had a big enough idea, a bright enough idea, maybe you could lure the actual thing to you. Not just the little ones, like the actual thing. And if you could lure it, then you could fight it on your own terms. So tracking it has always actually been very difficult. It seems, and it's very possible. Like I said, you could follow someone who is finding it, but it seems like magically it's kind of difficult to get to. With a nat 20, give me one, just for my own thing. Give me one insight check with advantage on a nat 20 for like one extra thing. Just in case.
Okay.
I can't give you everything with a nat 20, but but I might if you get this.
Okay. That's funny. One was a botch, and the other is a 25.
25. Okay. Yeah. So, with that, you think to yourself, like, okay, you think to yourself, okay, you could lure it to one place, potentially, and it would be risky. But if it was away from its patch, and then someone went to the patch as well, and burned it to the ground, that could be very helpful.
Ooh.
It's one of those last little things where it was like talking with different kids and talking about like, okay, well, just thinking about, and talking with Tone as well, thinking about, okay, well, these things grow in a patch. If the soil was tainted, what happens to the, like, because they're not just things, they're growing in the ground. So
Now I know about
that's all you
ground.
and you know about things in the ground. And these are the kind of plants, these are the kind of gross plants that you would know. More than anyone.
Wow, that is fascinating. Okay. I will continue to do a nice little burial ritual for our homies that helped us out.
Mm-hmm.
Pour one out.
Pour one out for the real ones.
Pour one out for the real ones. And they were real.
Mm-hmm.
Toon, you're saying something about the field, right?
Yeah.
So I've been tinking. And I rolled very well when I was tinking.
What's that?
Nothing. Anyway, so right ideas lure the thing to us. But it's not the actual thing we want, right? It's just a smaller, like, henchman types. But not the big bad.
Sure.
So in order to get the big bad, we've got to have a big idea. And if we can lure him away from the field, that's where the henchmen grow.
Right.
We can burn the field. We can ruin the field. We can stop it at the source, cut it off from the head. Like, if we ruin... I don't know much about planting things. I only know about putting, like, dead things in the ground. But I do know that it's got to be fertile. It's got to be good. And if the soil's not good, stuff's not going to grow.
That's a great idea. Do you think that's a big enough idea to lure him here? Or
Can I
do
insight
we need a
check if it's
bigger
big enough
idea?
idea?
Make an insight check.
Oogie. 18?
18. You think about it. It's a great idea. It's a big idea. You're not sure if it's a big enough idea. With an 18... Yeah, with an 18 you're like... With an 18, you're like, think about all the ideas that have ever happened in the entire history of the world.
Mm.
You know, this is very small. Like, it's a very good idea for a very small part of the world.
Mm. No, it's too small scale. I think to get him out here, we need a big idea. But that's the other thing, is we don't know how to get to the field. So if we can lure one out and follow it back.
We could trap one of them here. If I make a big hole in the ground that we could cover it up and maybe let it fall in. As well, I've been itching to use one of these patches.
I know.
Isn't it nice?
I tell you, you've got a lot of fun looking little pockets here.
This one makes a dog.
That one.
But that's not why we're here. But we could trap it maybe. Could also... we could... A couple of us could go to the patch and burn it after it's here, or we could deal with it on our own terms, like you said. But I think we need everyone involved to come up with a bigger idea to lure him here.
So if you lure him here, then we have a better chance of destroying the field.
Right.
But then how do we know where the field is?
I could take a walk in his mind and try to see where it is.
Really? Is that the patch thing you have?
Mm-hmm.
Walking in your mind?
No, I've been remembering things, including how to. Sorry, that was
Did you get an email?
No, what's that? Wait a minute, I've got an idea. What if there was some way for everyone in the world to communicate? Oh my, what'd you just say? Email?
I said the word email. I don't know. It just came to me.
What's an email? Wait a minute. Okay.
Well,
okay,
what if the
okay.
E stood for like emergent mail? No. Emergency mail? No.
Oh my, okay.
Electricity mail?
You know, that's so sometimes you have to look for a problem to look for a way to solve it. And I think that communication is a big problem in this
Yes.
world.
And
So
to think
maybe
of our
if there was a
problem
way.
right now, we're trying to find
Yeah.
a place. We don't know how to get there.
No.
What if there was like a map you always had in your pocket, and you could go like, oh, beep boop, I want to go here, and it would just tell you.
Is it like magic? Is beep boop like a spell?
Maybe. It
Okay.
could be. You could say the beep boop spell, and then it'll tell you like the quickest way to get there, or if you want to go like through the least amount of trees.
Gozog, Zara, Griselda, you want to get in on this? What do you think? Is this we need a bigger idea? Wait, I don't even
We'd
know
like
if you're
a
here or not.
big-
Never mind, sorry.
Someone shouting Golzog's name.
Golzog!
Yeah,
what
what
are you
is it?
dreaming about? Quick!
Wake up! It's not sleepy time yet. Need a big idea. What were you dreaming about?
Or maybe, because
Or-
we don't want it to come right now, right?
Sure. Well, yes.
So what if we sleep and see if we get a big idea in Dreamland?
Yeah.
Then,
Why did you call me?
okay, Gulzog, we're gonna manifest. So right now, you ask for a nice dream that gives you a big idea, like the biggest idea you've ever had.
I feel like big idea is pretty subjective. Like a big
Yes,
idea.
This is the kind of stuff we need.
Like a big idea for me is different than a big idea for like, you know, a kid who hasn't lived as much life, and then someone who's lived a lot of life. I don't know, how big does this idea have to be? It just feels so
Egg.
there's no
Big.
parameter whatsoever.
I think it has to be an idea that affects the whole world, especially Prismere. Like a Prismere-sized idea.
Idea. No, it's hard to turn that into. I'm sorry.
Prismere, dear.
What about like helping the people that live up there that are completely neutral not be neutral? Because like, you know, like they haven't taken a side yet technically, and then we can make them take a side, and that affects all of Prismere.
That's true.
I have a bright idea. Why? I'm not getting the image of Stevie, but I have a bright idea. How about we all go to sleep and come to the idea with fresh minds in the morning? And then Golzog kind of like looks around to see if that was a bright enough idea, but also is sincerely would like to go back to bed.
But didn't they? I mean, even if that was a bright idea, didn't they say like there's a little bit of downtime between pop-ups? Even if we had the brightest idea in the world right now, they wouldn't show up.
Yeah, probably not.
Griselda, like, was
Little
still,
dog.
yeah, squatting, talking to Ladybug.
Uh-huh.
She just kind of defiantly picks her up and like walks over to Golzog and tucks Ladybug in next to him. Goes, I'm going to sleep, but let me know what you decide. And she goes and saunters away.
Okay.
Did she just saunter?
She did. She sauntered away.
Wait, you gave Ladybug to awake Golzog or asleep Golzog?
Are you asleep or awake?
Yeah, I can have hopped back into, I assume, a hammock and
Yeah,
kind of tucked her in.
whatever. I just tuck her in next to you.
Yeah, all right. Golzog snuggles right up.
She loves it.
Okay. Well, sleep on it.
All right. You all go to bed?
Yes.
That feels like a leading question, but I'm asleep already.
Yeah.
I'll take first watch. I'm a little buzzed.
Yeah.
Zara not wanting middle watch is like, no, you cooked all night. You should go to bed first. I'll take first watch. Don't worry about it.
Insight check on that.
Make a persuasion or deception check.
I'm not going to accuse anyone of anything except I'm about to right now. John, I think you're metagaming. I don't think Tone would insight check that.
Well, I got a 10, so...
No worries.
I got a 5, so...
Oh.
All right, you know what? That's great. Wake me up and...
Yeah. No. You've
6
worked
hours.
You worked so hard tonight. Like, you should just relax.
Was that good? Did you like it?
It was wonderful. It was great.
Did you like the
Great.
flatbread?
Yeah. Loved it.
Okay.
Like, the fact that you made bread from scratch, like, you shouldn't take first watch. It's just too much.
It was a recipe. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go to sleep.
Yeah, good night.
You all head off to sleep. Tone, can I get a con save from you?
Sure. Hell yeah. Good con save.
Oh my fucking god.
What?
Sorry, Stevie is turning on all the moves in the other room trying to get me to go play with her.
Oh, can
19.
you reenact one of them?
I'm going to just take a video and send it to the group chat.
Okay.
What was it?
Sorry.
John?
19.
Okay, cool. You all go to bed with the manifestation of sleep on it, think of big ideas, and find big ideas in Dreamland, and oh, big ideas come to you in Dreamland. Let's start. Tone, you were on watch, but a moment ago. Suddenly you're in the middle of a kitchen in Waterdeep, cooking. It's the evening rush. People are bumping, screaming, back and forth, need the dragon fire now! Back and forth, back and forth. Make an insight check for me. As the fires are going, you're cooking food.
Cooking, not doing dishes.
No, you're cooking.
All right. Insight. 19.
19. You have that same thought. I'm cooking, not doing dishes, but when did I... But when did I... When did this happen? You hear like a clash, like a crash in the main dining hall. You see standing out in front you see Trent breaking a glass, just going was that Shug? Who put Shug in this? That was sweet. Who do you have cooking back there? Oh. It's you, isn't it? They're staring directly at you. You see just clomping into view Vron Cedarmuse, the goth GF. It's like, oh wow. Was your meal bad, sweetheart? Yeah. Because this guy can't cook.
He can't tell the difference between salt and sugar. Salt and sugar.
You're completely in a different place. The entirety of the kitchen warps around you, and suddenly you're back in like a little homestead, just cooking once again, next to a turtle that looks at you every so often, but every time you look at the turtle, the face is completely fuzzed out. And every time you talk, you just hear like... But you're back in your home, your childhood home, and you're just cooking a nice meal. It feels warm and inviting. The turtle chef, older than you, laughs just... Again, the face completely fuzzed out. Make an insight check for me.
8.
8. You can only... It wouldn't be hard to assume that this is your father. But-
Dad?
You? Oh, where's he from?
Where are you? Where'd you go?
Dips a spoon into like this stew that they're making and offers it to you to taste.
I taste it.
Goes into your mouth and there's a jolt like into your head. There's a memory of what taste should be. This was from before you lost it. And something's happening on your tongue. It's not... Something's happening. You're about to taste something, and then it gets cut off. And nothing. Dull. You stare back at your father.
I don't know what you're saying, Dad. I can't understand you. Dad!
Easy. Disappears. You're standing alone in your childhood home. Fires start to appear all around you. But not fires like that the house is on fire, just a stovetop, firing all around you. What do you do?
Is there anyone else in the home? Is it just me?
Make a perception check.
16.
16. You don't see anyone. You see a tomato.
Thomas! Thomas!
There's no response.
I go towards Thomas to try to pick him up.
You go towards Tomas. She's like sitting on the counter. The bottom drops out from you, and suddenly you're falling. Tomas falling with you. Falling. You see other things falling around you. grains of white as if falling snow around you're falling down into this pit of a white wasteland. It's snowing. You're falling into snow. And then suddenly you're not falling, but you are. You are shaking out salt. And as you're shaking out salt, a little you goes flying down into a pile of salt. You shaking out the salt shaker, looking down at you, looking back at you. This giant version of you who has just fallen into this patch of what feels like snow. It has a coarseness, a roughness of rocks. You go to taste it. You have no idea. What do each of you do?
Each of you?
There's two of you.
I try to pick up little me, and little me tries to just get up to the top of the pile of salt.
Make an athletics check. And yeah, make an athletics check.
Botch.
Oh, botch. Okay. Suddenly you find yourself going forward, and you see yourself almost turn dark. The face gets blurred.
If I only had a brain.
And as you're struggling to get out of this pile of white. You're crawling and crawling. It's just mountains falling on you, sheets of white falling on you, things that you cannot figure out. Is it snow? Is it salt? Is it sugar? As it, on a botch, fills your mouth. And you go unconscious. Hannah.
Yes, God.
Oh, Tone, by the way, what's your total HP? I know that's a horrifying thing for me to ask. I'm very aware. I mean for it to be 42. Thank you. Ooh, meaning of life. Ha ha ha. Okay.
Gnocchi Dylan is coming out.
The gnocchi has given me powers. Okay.
Today's session is sponsored by Gnocchi.
No, this is not what I wanted. What did I want here?
Oh, no.
Marabella.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a late afternoon. Your shift's about to start. Your father, Rowan, is kind of making breakfast. But again, it's like mid-afternoon. It's you would wake up late in the day, making breakfast. Oh, darling, you awake? It's time for a shift.
All right. Morning, da.
Little patty cap, smoking pipe, clad in his overalls. Same complexion as you, same, like, you know, darkness, same kind of bags under the eyes.
So, darling, I take the shovel now, or do you?
Well, I suppose I can take it. I just woke up.
Make an insight check for me, Marabella.
27.
27. You see your dad, and there's a moment where it's nice to see him, you know, but you know this is a dream. You're very aware this is a dream. You've been through a couple of these already. This one feels different, though. This one feels almost like a memory more than a dream at first, because this feels so normal. But you know where you were last. You know where you just were.
Okay.
Where's my little girl? You were gone for a second, staring off into space.
Nothing. Sorry. Yeah, I can take the shuttle. Oh, you made breakfast. That's very nice. Yeah. What you make?
You just see it's just like some normal, like, just some eggs, some bacon, a pretty classic. You see like a couple of flapjacks, as well. Pretty big breakfast. You know, you work long hours and a lot of digging.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do the child in a Disney Channel original movie and just have a bite of toast and say I'm done and walk out the door.
That always pissed me off too.
Oh, I know, every time.
Sit down
Thanks,
and eat your
Mrs.
incredible
Law.
breakfast.
Or thanks, Mom. Sorry, I gotta go. You're like, you don't.
All right, darling.
Okay, I guess I'll sit down and have a couple bites of dream food. Does it taste like anything?
Yeah, I mean, you're aware you're dreaming, but it tastes lovely. In some ways, it's very, you know, it's very nice. You know, this feels nice. It's familiar.
All right, lad. So if you're gonna take the shovel today, then that means that I'm going to talk.
Gonna what?
I'm going to talk. Say things.
Okay. Do I know what that means?
This is something that your dad would always say, like, if he wasn't doing the work, he would just, like, speak at you a lot. And this is something that would happen every once in a while with your dad, where he would just kind of, like, wax poetic about things to you, especially once your mom was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So eat up. As it Do you know why we do this, love?
Would that be a history check?
Yeah, you can do a history check. You can also just come up with an answer if you want. Either one.
Well, someone's got it, right? And it's in, you know, in line with who do I worship? Kelemnivore, and
yeah.
you know, for Kelemnivore and all, you know, this is we're doing our part. We're helping people across. How long have we been doing this?
My father's father and his father's father and kind of in our family. I don't mean to put you on the spot, love. Just want to make sure you understand why it's so important. What we do. Some people hate us for it, you know.
Really?
Well, yeah. There are those who like the idea that at any point, if they get enough money or enough power, they can come back and raise their loved ones from the dead. That they get a do-over whenever they want. That life is nothing more than a stopgap. Sorry, that death is nothing more than a stopgap. If you have enough diamonds... Well, but I want you to understand why it's wrong. Not just because I said it. This accent's insane. I'm bad at it, so don't you dare.
I like it. It's a dream. It's a dream, baby.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's a Twin Peaks Irish accent, everyone.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I meant it to be. I once had an Irish. I don't anymore. Alright. If you have enough money and have enough power, you can do whatever you want. But as they always say, life is precious, and it has to end. And we make sure of that. In a world where death is temporary, we are the final nail in the coffin. And I just want you to... If you don't believe in that, it's fine. And with your high insight, you remember that this is kind of like a dream amalgamation of a conversation you had on your like 18, like not your 18, sorry, you had when you were like the birthday after you lost your mom. This is like a weird, you've had this conversation before. So love, why do you do it?
Suppose it helps me feel at peace, you see. In a chaotic world with so much magic and breaking of rules, it's nice to know that what I'm doing is helpful, but also conclusive, if that makes sense.
It's at that point that wind blows through and you feel the walls of your house shake. And then the walls fall over, leaving you just sitting there kind of in a table with all the walls fallen over. And you notice that the walls are just now cards.
Are they aces?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, am I good at that?
Nat 20?
I nat 20.
Nat 20, okay.
Nat 20.
So you see that around you see that at first they're twos. The four walls are twos. And then they shimmer and shift a little bit. And you see the four aces. And then you see the ace of spades kind of drift away. And kind of in front of you, the shape and form of your father is now shifting between different faces of people that you've known. So, what is it? And there's just like so many different voices that are coming out. So you like to make rules, do you?
No, I like to uphold the ones I like. Who are you?
I'm the one. Sorry. I'm the one. No. I'm two. I'm the two. I'm the person. The thing. The thing. That wears your mom's face at night.
And now sitting in front of you is likewise a shape of a person, and even though you weren't in that dream, a foggy face, but a body. But instead of a like voice, you just hear, you want to uphold the rules. You want people to get older and die. And I want to live forever. And I want to break every rule. You and I are gonna have a problem. It's nice to meet you. I'm two. Of
Why her
hearts.
face?
Why her face?
You can't even do it.
No. I'm doing it perfectly. You, and like goes to like boop you on the nose. You can't remember her face.
Show me her face.
I am. Why her face? Because of what I took from you.
Because of what?
Because of what I took from you.
Oh, you bitch.
Thank you.
Can I roll an insight check on the because of what I took from you?
Mm-hmm.
23.
You have always said that you lost your wallet. And you have. You lost your wallet. What was inside that wallet?
Inside the wallet was the only picture of my mom that I had. And I can't remember what she looks like.
The wallet wasn't of any significance to them. The picture. They have that picture. And now, with that nat 20 and that flash, you're back. Suddenly, you're not even sitting there. You're back in a previous dream. Walking with those bloody symbols of hearts and diamonds once again on the trail, on the path. And that vision of the memory that you can't seem to access of someone who looked like your mother in the graveyard. The dead bodies. The hearts ripped out of their chest. As you
Can I
look,
start like full sprinting following this trail?
yeah, go ahead. You're make a survival check for me as you're full
Okay.
in a dead-on sprint. As now that you're kind of like, because you had such a high roll, you're kind of almost like lucid dreaming a little bit, where this entity suddenly also you just hear in the back,
If I only had a brain.
As you're running, then you just hear, why are you running?
25.
25. You are sprinting in a dead sprint. There's a flash in your brain. You look down at the ground. You see these red hearts and red diamonds, and there's a moment of brief lucidity in your mind where you don't see little hearts, little cutout bits of pieces of paper of symbols. You see blood. You see red dripping blood. You see a heart. You see a real live heart on the ground dripping. Suddenly, poof, it's back to a little cartoon, a little shape, a little lovely shape. A heart on the ground. It's this memory that you're going back to of the thing that you didn't want to remember, the thing that you tried not to remember, but it's coming back in, but maybe you have to remember it. But then it comes back to, as you're running down the path, you go back to when you saw, as you run down the path, you go back to the grave of your mother. And you remember in a previous dream when the grave of your mother turned into a 2. Make an insight check with advantage, clearly with advantage, because of all the you're rolling so fucking hot. It's crazy.
I'm rolling very well right now. I'm very, very grateful. Insight?
Mm-hmm.
Another 27.
27. Jesus.
I rolled 2 19 insights, and then I forget what the nat 20 was, but I'm so focused.
You remember, you're piecing it together, you're seeing, they stole my mom's identity. They came back here to this graveyard and this town, and they did what they did using her face. Why, you're not certain. That's something you couldn't possibly come up with yet. But with an insight, you heard long ago, and it's not a problem if you forgot this. This is a long ago thing that,
right.
But you're remembering this, that it's hard for the Fae. Like, one, you know that it's hard for Fae to leave Prismere at all. It's hard for anyone to leave Prismere.
Yeah.
So how did they get out? How did they constantly get out? Things can get stolen and get into Prismere, but how did they get out? And then you think of the scales, the passports, objects of power. This entity, this 2, it must be using your mom's identity as a passport into the mortal plane. And it has been parading around as your mom out here doing God knows what for years. Any questions you have on this 27? And I'll see if you might
take
get
her heart?
Did it take her heart? You see a flash. Yes. It took many. That day, all those dead, it took many.
And I know, like, you know, my mom died in, I think it's like childbirth, right? It was a while ago that I wrote this. But I think it was like very, very young. Do I suppose it would be a baby, like, oh, that doesn't really matter, actually. Or maybe not. Do I remember my dad at all being upset about her grave being disturbed. at
You
some point.
you remember you remember you've kind of blocked a lot of this memory out. You remember that once your mother died and once you were grown, you all worked. You know, it seemed like you never really called him putting that on you, but in some ways he did. You all worked hours upon hours all the time. And your dad specifically, you remember just how hard and often and long he worked in the fields and in the graveyard. Probably because, in a reaction to that.
Would he have offered her in return for something? Like, would someone have lied to him and said, we can bring her back?
With an insight check, with that insight check, you know your dad, even in these hardest of times, was a man of strong convictions.
Okay.
And genuinely would never have tried to bring her back.
Yeah.
Like
And
with
I
the
know
20s,
that
yeah.
twos are wild,
Mhm.
and twos are shapeshifters.
Yeah. As your kind of dream comes to an end, the two is being, because you're able to kind of lucid dream, the two is like chasing you, but not ever to like able to catch up to you. All of a sudden, out of the corner of your eye, you don't see the suit yet, but you just see a 10. Like a 10 forming in the mist. Raises its hand.
Can I roll an insight check on the 10?
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Like a friendly or a, I'm gonna kill you?
It's hard to see in this vision. They look powerful. They don't look like they're coming towards you to get you. They look sad. And that's the last thing you see as the vision ends.
Oh my gosh.
That is where we will take our break. We have a couple, as you can clearly see, we have some dreams, some fuckery is going on in the thought patch at night. We'll be back here with the other three and what's going on with their sleep patterns. I'm sure it's all gravy and cool. I'm so happy that everyone was super on board with my weird Swedish chef voice. Thank you so much. It makes me feel super good. We will see you after the break. Take like 5 to 8 minutes. Get some water, stretch your legs, get some food, and we'll be right back to traumatize our players. See you all in a second. Sorry, everyone. We got talking about Drag Race, and that held us up for a second.
Well, Dungeons and Drag Queens, and then Drag Race. And
yes,
then,
there was a reason. I'm very excited about Dungeons and Drag Queens and Dimension 20.
Put your favorites in the comments.
But
or in the chat.
Let's get back to this. Who should I go to next? Should I roll for it? Should I see who
roll for it?
Does
That's
anyone
fun.
want to be traumatized next? I don't know. Here, I'll roll for it.
Okay.
It landed on one.
Gotcha.
That was you. We're going to you.
Well, that's what I get for volunteering. Thank God I decided to make another toddy.
Back in the forest. Back in this weird forest that you find yourself back in every so often. It seems peaceful for a moment. But then you turn. And this peaceful grove that you usually find yourself in with your other Golzog slowly darkens. The clouds rotate by, almost going like from night to day, night to day, night to day. Then a dark cloud settles on over. The music cut out, and I will bring it back.
Oh, I thought it was moody silence.
The dark cloud settles on over. And you're not in the forest anymore. Gulzog, make an insight check. With advantage. Because of what just happened.
Thank you. 22.
22. You know that whenever you come here, you're in some sort of vision or dream. But all of a sudden, so you know that you're in a dream of some kind. But the forest has gone away, and suddenly you're out in the canyons again. You're back home. You recognize...
Like in my home canyons?
Yeah, you're back in canyons.
Okay.
You're not in forest.
The
You're
Broken
in canyons.
Spine Canyon. Yeah.
The Broken Spine is near you, and you start to see things almost like in like Zack Snyder 300 grayscale go slow.
Way to get exactly what I was picturing when I described the Broken Spine Canyon.
Yeah. It goes exactly into that vision where like all you see now is black and white except spatters of blood. You are the only one in color while everything else is moving in slow-mo as you are moving at normal pace around you. You're seeing it. You're seeing what you've been keeping in mind, but sometimes it has to be at the back. When you left, when you got sucked off to this land, you were being raided. The Mugashnar were being raided. You see Bogath, you see Olza.
Those are my parents.
Yes, I'm aware.
No, I'm for those listening at home. In case people don't remember. Yeah. Are they alive?
It's not going well.
Oh man.
Make a investigation check. As again, this is slow motion, and you're able to kind of walk around this battlefield as the Varnath Sul and the Feash Nort, the Jangdo Toot, the Clan Rolk Pinja have all gathered together.
Well, that's more clans than I have written down.
I know.
You must have saved clans that I sent to. Oh God!
They've all gathered together as in one solidarity as a big strike against your clan.
I rolled a filthy 20.
A filthy 20. You see... You see Margith is dead. on the ground.
Oh no, that's my eldest son.
Your
Two
eldest
sons
brother.
above me. Eldest brother, excuse
Eldest
me.
brother.
Eldest son of my family.
Yeah. You see Yarthus is bleeding out. Your younger
Oh
brother.
my god.
With his like weird ghillie suit. You see Dozakar is in the middle of a pitched battle between three, holding his own but not doing well. Olza, you're not able to see Olza. You see Bogath, your father, is like over Margith's body, just desperately holding out.
I want to go try to save Dozakar.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm gonna run to the big crowd where he is and turn on my Arms of the Astral Self.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. Jesus. No! Did that thing where I'm rolling digital dice where it like bangs against the side of the screen, and for a sec was gonna be good, but instead it's a 6. Which does beat the AC that you set?
You run, and you're running, and fear is gripping your heart, but somehow you run, but as you're running towards it, this vision, this image of your brother, it stretches outward, and you're running towards it, and you can't get there, and you're gripped by fear. This sight, you can't move towards it. You're afraid.
Like any of it? What about my dad over Margit's body? Can I go try to help him?
You're afraid.
Ooh. Come on, other me. Come on, where are you, buddy? Come on. And kind of like Carmi and the bear, he's like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of there. Like, come on. But can't do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I did not pop the arms open.
You went to pop the arms open, and you heard no voice, and nothing happened.
All right, Golzok's gonna reach for his staff.
Okay.
And take it out.
Things are still just moving in slow motion. You're the only one who's able to move.
Knowing he's in a dream, Golzog is gonna try to head towards the battle, but kind of like a dog in a viral video, like acting like when a dog acts like, I'm not coming into the kitchen to take food, and then does, like, I'm not going over there to fight anyone, like trying to edge his way in so that maybe someone attacks him, and he can at least defend himself or something.
You start moving forward, and then all of a sudden, and then everything kind of like reverses and starts moving so fast around you, and blood is being shed around you, almost moving double time, and now you're the one who is slow, standing in the middle of the battlefield. No one is acknowledging you, but you see it all happening. Your side is losing. And then kind of what do you do in this moment?
No. Please continue.
It goes faster and faster and faster. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
You're no longer afraid.
All right, if I can, I would like to get to Dozakar and do the arms.
Okay, you run up to Dozakar. You go for the arms.
Yep.
You're no longer afraid. But the arms don't come out. You're no longer afraid, but the arms do not come out.
Golzog's gonna, end up back to back with his brother and then just start wailing on fools with his tree staff.
Okay. You end up back to back with your brother, and Dozakar says, Golzog, make your attacks.
Is this the part where you ask what took me so long? And then, that's a 25, and hang on. A 25 and a dirty 20 to various dudes.
Both hit, roll damage.
That's a 9 and a 6, and if I'm in combat, I'll do a bonus action attack as well.
Go ahead, do a bonus action.
Great. And then big, hefty kick, 15 to another guy.
15 to hit, roll damage.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
And then that's 6 damage.
Instantly, as you're in a dream, you just kind of... these apparitions almost kind of like poof into smoke around you.
I miss you guys so much. And he's still fighting. It looks cooler than what I'm doing.
After that moment of like sheer bravery, you see everything kind of starts to swirl around you. And there's no more battlefield. There's burning pyres. There's spears. You see that your brother has been protected. He's lying. Dozakar is
okay, cool.
Alive. But then you just see coming towards you menacingly with a sword, like kind of dragging forward. An orc. Do you really think this is how it's gonna go? Just like a scrape on stone of steel.
Do I recognize any crest or tattoos or face paint or anything from this guy?
Make a perception check.
All right. 11.
If I only had a brain.
It's Golzog. Golzog is coming towards you. It's Golzog.
He's
coming
an evil
towards you.
Other Golzog?
With his sword.
Hey, other me, what are you doing?
Do you really think this is how it's gonna go? And he slashes at you with a sword.
Can I parry?
Well, let's see.
Or like block with my staff or whatever? Yeah.
Well, I mean, is that an ability that you have?
No, I just mean, like, can I dodge? I don't like not get hit. Do something to not get hit.
I mean, this is you getting attacked. This is you getting attacked.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah, I know how D&D works. It's AC, but I'm in a dream.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that totally hits me. Should I be keeping track of HP right now?
Yeah. For now.
Oh, okay.
I may tell you all to do a long rest afterwards. Again, maybe we'll see.
Yeah. Well, what's the damage?
That hits you for 11 points of slashing damage.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I think the second one misses as this sword that you've seen through one of your special arms carves deep into you.
Golzog's gonna try to like shrug it off and be like, "Hey, listen, I don't want to fight you, man. But I will." And he's gonna swing his staff out at other Golzog.
Okay, make an attack.
17.
17 misses. As a reaction, he'll riposte and do an attack on you. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah. Does other Golzog have proficiency with heavy armor or something? Because my AC is 17.
Yeah, he's different. He'll hit you for 16 points of slashing damage. He goes, "You never want to fight anything, anywhere. You're nothing without me. Still your turn.
I'm not you. I'm not you! Gold, I'm gonna try to do the arms again.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. 17.
$17 on his side too.
Oh,
You see one of your arms, just one, springs out.
it's gonna
existence.
sock him right in the face. So I don't get the burst of energy. I
No,
just
you
get
don't get
one
the burst
arm
of energy.
appears.
You get one arm appears. Yeah, one arm has been
Great.
convinced.
Golzog-
And is back.
Golzog reels back with his real fist, and it goes into the energy arm, and together punches other Golzog in the face.
Sick as hell. Roll an attack.
Thank you.
I love it. Yes, dude.
Oh no!
What? Did you botch?
The botch.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
With a 93.
Oh god. Just
The dice tell a story. You see the energy arm goes striking out, but then the other 7 on his back grab it and kind of twist your
Oh.
arm.
Golzog's gonna try to pull his real arm free from the energy arm.
It doesn't come free. He's like, no. No. You're either a part of it or you're not. Which is it, Golzog? Is this you or is this me?
It's me. And Golzog is gonna kick other Golzog in the cubes.
Well, with a 93, I'm gonna say,
Yeah, or not. Yeah,
there's
that's fair.
gonna be it's a 93% percentile botch. It's kind of
Yeah. No, I gotcha. Yeah. You let me know when I can do stuff.
Yeah, he's just like, he goes, it's you. Okay. So, you're finally accepting it. Which means you have to accept the consequences, Golzog. Snaps your arm, breaks it. And you see it like fall. You see your arm fall limp out of this astral arm. Like the astral arm holds strong, but yours just falls breaking out of it.
Yeah. Am I supposed to do reactions like on the podcast?
You can if you you can if you
All
want.
right, cool.
I'm just gonna call something out.
Look, did Gabe do it when in King of Tides when he got?
Yeah.
That's what my litmus test will be. Okay, cool. If Gabe did it then, I'll do it now.
Sorry. And he will go for
Fuck,
another attack. We'll go for another attack. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
And it'll hit you for 5 points of slashing
It's
damage.
probably gonna do it. Oh, great! I am still up.
Roll another attack. Oh, that'll miss. That's a 6. As he just kind of like slashes twice. It's time for some tough love. It's time for some tough love, Golzog. You're not ready.
So you're So you're attacking my family? You're supposed to be on my side! And Golzog is going to swing his quarterstaff out with his other hand. Oh, hang on, that was damage. But let me roll. Okay, that's a 25.
25 hits, roll damage.
I'm going to take just what I rolled initially, which is 8 damage.
8 damage, anything else?
I get 2 attacks, I'll do it again. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, 6 damage.
6 damage.
Uh,
These hit, okay.
Yeah, and can I key point Flurry of Blows him?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That's going to be 21
Okay. That hits.
to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it's 2 for Flurry of Blows, right?
Yes, it is.
And 24.
Both hit, roll damage.
That's going to be a total of 12 damage.
You do a shit ton of damage in a little amount of time. Looks like there's an impressed look on his face. Releases your arm.
Still broken, though, right?
Still broken.
Okay.
And it kind
Oh,
of...
or he releases the ghost arm.
Yeah, he releases the ghost arm and yours too. Like it was broken, but you couldn't really move it. Now it's both released.
Yeah.
And you kind of like looks at you, goes,
I'm not attacking your family, Golzak.
Then what's with the ominously walking towards... And Golzog is also going to check behind him to see if Dozakar is still there.
they're gone. Your family's gone.
Oh, so we're just in like empty battlefield sort of thing, like aftermathy.
Yeah.
So why the coming towards me with the dragging sword and the dark countenance? What's that about?
If you can't beat me, what are you gonna do? You get sucked off back home. You're finally brave. You have the power. What are you gonna do?
I always figured you're me, and I'm you. We're supposed to be a team. I never wanted to beat you. I want us to work together.
You are me. I am you. We have to be better. Are we ready?
What, to get sucked off?
Do you think...
Like to go home? I can't insight check if we're ready, right? I know the answer, but...
Well, I mean, it's like, it's if you think you're ready, you can say it.
Last time we had something close to this conversation, the answer was no. And I don't know how much improving or being better I've done since then. I mean, I helped save a bunch of kids, but it was kind of a band-aid. We haven't fought the big bad in that regard. So, no, I don't think it's time. Well, I don't think we're ready to go home just yet.
This place that you're sleeping in is weird. I wouldn't have gone as hard on you, I think, if we weren't here. I was going for tough love. I didn't mean to go for breaking your arm and stuff. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. Hey, great job fighting. It was really tremendous.
And that's what you gotta learn, Golzog. You were the one fighting the whole time. Think differently, my man. You gotta think different.
Okay. Thanks, other Golzog.
He fades away, your arm's still broken. A sudden flash of your family around you. Dead, then alive, then dead, then
Oh. Oh, man.
And we will move on.
I really wish I were ready to get home.
We'll move on. Griselda. You find yourself, it's a beautiful morning, once again. Beautiful morning back home in the kingdom of Calzini, far to the west of the Moonshade Isles, across the trackless sea. And you just hear him, hello? Is my beautiful little girl in there? Hello? Sweetheart? Why you giving me the silent
in
treatment?
bed?
Huh? Yeah, you're like in your bed. Make an insight check.
At 24.
You all rolling so fucking hot on this insight. Not a single one of you has been like, I'm in a dream. Like, I believe this. All of you are like, yeah, it's a fucking dream. It's a dream right off the bat. Fuck you. It's so quick. It's not even like an inkling of like, maybe this is my new reality.
Yeah.
You're in a dream 1000%. Because there's the main inconsistency is you would for sure have been awake earlier and off into the woods. This early.
Okay.
But you just hear.
So she's just.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just like staring at this. Yeah.
Staring at the ceiling. Sweetheart.
Yeah.
You in there?
She looks at her hands and then like looks for Ladybug. Is she in there?
Yeah, Ladybug, there is at least a version of Ladybug who's just kind of sleeping at your feet.
Okay. Can I try to like make Ladybug talk in my dream? I'm gonna try to lucid dream. Can I do that?
Yeah, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Whoa. Okay. 19. 19.
So lucid dreaming's very difficult. It's a high DC to lucid dream. You're able to kind of like, you know what's going on. You're able to at least kind of be like, hey, like, you know, you're able to like kind of nudge Ladybug awake.
Yeah.
And Ladybug just goes like, "Oh shit! What the hell is going on here? Oh, Oh, are we awake? Nice to see you, Griselda.
Griselda's just like actually laughing, but like ha 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 ha. No smile.
And then you see Ladybug go.
Oh wait, can we check if she's smiling or green?
Oh, that's a good thing. Yeah, make an insight check on your own self.
Shit. Like, can I feel like? Oh shit. Okay, my first one is pretty good.
It is.
And oh my god. Okay, my first one was 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 24.
No, that's not this. I'm so bad at this. You. Muscles you've never felt curl at the top of your cheeks. It almost feels wrong. It doesn't feel good. Something is happening to your face right now that doesn't feel right. It's like there's a tension happening right at your cheeks that feels like it doesn't feel good. But you like glance in the mirror and you see that your lips are curled upwards.
Weird. Yeah, and so she's like just touching her face and like practicing like just like not answering her dad.
Oh, so what's going on, Griselda? Why are you laughing like a maniac in the mirror? As weird as alternate Ladybug just like starts speaking to you.
My face. It's smiling. And she's just, yeah, touching it. Can you see it too? Does it look good? She's like trying to like make it happen on purpose, but it's like more of a grimace.
Yeah, I see it. All your problems have gone away. See? Now you're living the true dream. You can smile now. Congratulations,
Oh,
Griselda.
that's not my dream.
Congratulations, you can smile. Good for you.
No, that's not
hey,
my
everyone.
dream. That's not my
And
dream.
you just hear like, sweetheart, you can smile now. Oh, wonderful. We always thought you would look better with a smile. Isn't that right, everyone? And then just suddenly, you're standing completely in your nightgown, but like at a coronation, and you just see a sea of people. I was going like, I hear she can smile now. Oh, look at her smile. Yes, please give us a smile, dear. Oh, give us a smile. Smile, smile, smile. As they like cheers.
Covering her face. And she's like trying to run out of the crowd, like to the outside.
Make a survival or an insight. Oh, no, survival or an athletics check.
Okay, which one's better? I think survival. Yes. Okay. 19.
You're sprinting. You just hear the distant sounds of smile, smile, smile. Then you hear just,
if I only had a brain.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Mm-hmm.
So 11.
11. Yeah, you're not able to. You're not able to, like, with everything going on, you're not able to like fully get it in your head of like what's going on. It sounds familiar. It sounds like something that's from the world, but this is just like hurting you too bad. The smile thing is just weird. Everything going on with the kids, knowing what you want to do with your own path. You start to see, as you're running, a yellow brick road starts folding out in front of you. Almost like wherever you step, yellow brick roads start going. You just hear this voice from beyond the trees.
There you are, my pretty. Are you following a yellow brick road as well?
No, I'm getting away from it. And she just keeps like going in between like the gem trees.
Wherever you go, the yellow brick road kind of appears in front of you.
She's just running as fast as she can.
So, you're the one. You're the one. I'm very interested to meet you, my pretty. And your little pig, too.
Like panting. Ladybug!
You just see like an act, like out of the woods, a different ladybug, like, just goes like, oink, oink. Clearly, you don't even have to roll insight. Clearly, Ladybug's also dreaming with you. That's just how connected you are. And Ladybug has also been through some shit and is just like, and has found you and is now like running.
Yeah.
You see a vision of Sierra now coming into view, going down the road with you, like kind of scooping you up as like things kind of the woods start encroaching upon you, as you hear this like kind of cackle coming behind you. Oh, all coming down the path to see me, are you?
Can she try to go back up the way she came when she says that? She like puts on the brakes and tries to go backwards.
As you turn around, everything changes around you, and again, the path just lays out in front of you. Make an insight check for me.
Okay. Oh gosh. Scary, spooky. 21.
21. The path is following wherever you go. For some reason, you know that a golden path, you've learned recently that a golden path is special. You were told by the mermaid, by the Lady of the Lake, that your friends would need you. Maybe she didn't mean Tone and Marabella and Golzog and Zara. You look down and you see Sierra and you see Ladybug, and suddenly next in your arm is a little wicker basket. There's a wicker basket in your arm as you're running. And also next to you, funnily enough, running beside you is Iris. And there you are. A pig, a snail, a rabbit, an elf, holding a little wicker basket of a dog running down a yellow brick road. That's what you need to do. But you do hear just in the background just I will see you, my pretty. I'll see you somewhere. over the rainbow. And then the dream ends. Well, I had to say it.
I love that you ended Natasha's with, and the dream ends.
Yeah,
Not like
the time has gotten away from me, and Jasmine
It's
is still
okay.
here, and it's almost 9, and so we kind of have to move away. But
all good.
you see this vision, but since Natasha is leaving, you see this vision of that group of people running down the Yellow Brick Road, knowing in your heart that if wherever I lead is where a Yellow Brick Road appears, if I follow my convictions where I want to go, it'll be the right path. With a weird group of characters.
Yeah. Sick.
And then also because I was mistaken, I forgot that Zara is actually the one who took the first watch. Zara, you wake up. And you don't wake up. You're still awake. First things first, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I'm gonna go with digital dice this time because
they work so great.
I think actually like that was a mistake because now it's completely frozen. It's okay. My con's a -1. It's not gonna go well. That's a 4.
Hey.
Okay. You find yourself drifting off to sleep real quick. Drifting. And suddenly you're just in a blank void. There's nothing waiting you other than just a dark void with a smile and 2 eyes. You and I have to have a little chat about your attitude. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
I Did you roll that? 14.
14.
These dice are cursed. I'm putting them away.
14. You're not exactly sure what's going on, but you know who you're talking to.
I completely ignore him once again.
You hurt me, Zara. You've ignored me for so long. It's not going to happen again. I won't allow it to happen again. So, there are 2 entities now playing with your mind. Me and some other thing. Some stiff...
I take some rations.
Yeah.
I take some rations out of my pack and just start chomping really loudly on some like peanuts.
Make
or something.
an intimidation check for me.
Okay. Oh man. 10?
10. You take 7 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
As you just hear, like, listen to me! I've been very easy on you. I'm trying to say the rules of the game. You're asleep because of someone else. Make an intimidation
Oh.
check.
Okay. Oh wait, I don't know why I keep trying this. It does not roll. Oh, 18.
18. You take 3 points of psychic damage.
I thought we were friends.
Anyway, I guess I won't explain anything to you anymore. Wake up! Suddenly, you're no longer in a dark void. And you are sitting there, and you see on the ground, like, you see, like, basically, like, Thicket is going like, wake up, wake up! Make an insight check.
Okay. That's 15.
15. You're not dreaming. This isn't like, oh, you woke up and you woke up into a dream. You're not dreaming. This is real. Thicket's like, Zara, you should see this. You should see this.
Okay.
You see a lot of the kids
okay.
are kind of awake already, and you see that Tone, Marabella, Tone, like your allies, Tone, Marabella, Golzog, and Griselda are all writhing on the ground. Like mid-dream, they're all writhing on the ground, and they're like, we tried to wake them up, but we couldn't do anything, and we didn't know what to do.
Can I make a...
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just wondering if I could make like some sort of survival check or maybe medicine check on
Medicine
them?
or Arcana?
We're gonna go with medicine.
Okay.
Oh, 5? I rolled a 2, so I couldn't reroll that.
5. You have no idea what's going on. You have no idea what's going on, and then you just see the face appear in the air, just dangling in the air. Well, you might understand what's going on if you just listen to my fucking rules. And all the kids just go like, like oh, language, and he's just like.
Can I make a check to see if I can think back to like maybe a time in Prismere that I don't remember fully, but try to like reach into the deep recesses of my mind and figure out the rules of the game without listening to him? Like, just if there was explained to me at some other point.
Make an insight check.
Okay. How did I roll 2 2s in a row? 8.
8. This is a new game. He makes up new games, and this is a new one. And you just see a little swirl appear on Golzog, Griselda, Zara, Marabella, and on Thicket. You choose. Since it seems like you don't want one more friend, you have too many, I'm going to take the place of one. So you choose. Which one? Which one goes? Which one do I get to take the place of? That's the game.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Yeah, roll an insight.
Okay. Okay, this is a joke, right? Do you see this roll? Does it show up for you? That's a 3.
It doesn't. That's a 3.
9. I rolled 2 2 and a 3.
Well, we did say that everyone else was rolling hot, and you did type in chat, I'm gonna fail so hard, then I guess. And yeah, you have no idea what's happening. But you see them all writhing on the floor, and then suddenly Thicket just goes rigid and starts writhing on the floor.
He said that the symbol was on me, right? As well?
No, the symbol was on all of them except you.
Oh God.
It's a swirl symbol?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's the same Lollipop Guild symbol.
Cool.
Oh man, I don't know. Can I make a perception check about? Can I double check that it's not a dream? Like, can I try to just look for something weird, different?
Make an insight check with disadvantage, because you already kind of are pretty sure it's not.
You said insight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Dirty 20.
With disadvantage?
Yep. There's a 14 and a 16.
You're about to make this choice. And you look over at Thicket rolling around on the ground. Kids can't be harmed in Prismere.
Oh, yeah.
One inconsistency. You're still dreaming.
I don't choose.
You watch, even in this dream, you watch the rest of the party writhe in pain while this voice screams at you to play with him. Instead of you taking damage, you watch each of them writhe in pain until they die. Unless you do something to stop that.
I don't.
You hear very loudly, the mouth kind of gets dissolved away. And very clearly you see an image of someone standing in a field looking at you. You have a brain. Because this is the evening and it's past 9, but I do want to get Griselda to be able to say goodnight to everyone. You all take your long rest. John, Tone, you wake up with 2 points of exhaustion.
Oh.
Same thing with you, Golzog, since you both botched in the dream.
Other than that, though,
everyone
it's
is
normal.
at full HP, full long rest, but you do have exhaustion, 2 points. It was pretty exhausting.
Arabella as well, or just those two?
They botched in the dream. You're
That's
fine.
right. That's right.
They both
Yeah,
botched.
okay.
Pretty bad. I actually didn't roll severity for Tone. So I'm just gonna do that right now. It wasn't that bad. Take 1 point of exhaustion. But I want, even if we have to go back in time and have you have this conversation as you've woken up, I want Griselda or Natasha to have like at least a goodbye with you all before we say goodnight for the evening. So you've woken up, all had these dreams. Maybe you've talked about them, but Natasha, how do you, Zelda, decide to tell them that you might be going off on your own?
She like locks eyes with Ladybug and Sierra to make sure, like, were they actually there?
You can get the sense that Ladybug was. Sierra wasn't, but Sierra will follow you wherever.
Okay. And she like, she knows she's sauntered away, so now she's gonna come back a little, more humble this time. And then go get Ladybug, from Golzog.
Golzog, like, kind of groggily holds on to Ladybug for a little bit, but then lets her go.
How's everyone doing?
I'm gonna be honest, Griselda. Bad. I had a really, like bad dream. And you know how dreams are, like, sort of just dreams back home? Well, this one felt, like, real. It was with my other self again, and I feel just wiped. Like, absolutely beat. How are you doing?
Yeah. I feel good.
That's great. That's great. Thanks for giving me Ladybug for a little bit. That was nice.
It's what she wanted, if I'm being honest. I know what I must do.
That sounds important.
Yes, it is. And I feel like I've been finding that out more and more. Especially since becoming a mermaid. But I have to follow my own path. And she looks like a little nervous, like checking how everyone's kind of taking that.
Are you leaving?
For now, yes.
Just make sure you can find us again. Okay? When you're ready.
I was just like, wait, you're leaving?
Well, I wanted to talk to you, Iris. You're coming with me.
What, is it in order? I mean,
well, no, we were going to talk about it, but I have a really good feeling that you should come with me.
Okay, I don't really understand anything about feelings, but the truth is that if you leave, there's no way for you to get back because you don't have any passport or guide through the mist, so I bloody am well fucking gonna take you through it if you're actually leaving, otherwise it's absolute suicide, and then I'm gonna pop right on back to see these people. Alright? But if
That's
you actually,
a great idea, Iris. I'm glad you came up with it.
if you're mad enough to go off on your own, sure, and you're all just letting this happen.
Well, if she wants to go, she can go.
All right,
She's like
yeah.
puffing herself up to like look as most little monarchy as she can.
Look, Iris, if Griselda had a dream like the dream I had, I don't know how everybody else slept, but like, it feels kind of like more than just a regular dream, like I'm supposed to do this type of thing. Like, I wish there was a word for it.
No, I get it. I was born here. Dreams are very important. If you had a dream, yeah, that makes sense. All right, I'll come along to make sure that you're safe, because if Because, safety in numbers.
Iris. And then I go up to Iris, and I give her one of the sending stones that I made a little while back and say, if you need to get in touch with us, you can do that. You can use that once a day.
Oh. This is going to be very helpful, because if I can't keep my eye on you, I want to make sure you're upholding your side of the deal.
Also, I know you and Zara have been getting really close, so maybe you could call each other once a day and just check in with each other,
You taking the mick?
What's that?
You taking the mick?
No.
Either way, we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yeah, here I am as the chauffeur again. Hopefully with this golden path I'll be able to find you again once we're done, just dropping you off back at home. I don't know where you want to go, but I know I only really have one way, so this won't be for long. Let me be very clear. I will not be with you on some long quest or anything. That's not the deal.
And Griselda tries to do like a big smile, like that she learned from the dream, but her face is like not.
Yeah, it's just like a grimace.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
So, since you're going to be going for a bit with Griselda and this place because you're from here, any chance we could get a hold of that map of yours?
Yeah, good luck reading it. Illiterate. Illiterate.
Illiterate.
It just gives you the map. Illiterate.
I look at the map.
Yeah, it's a map.
Can I read it?
Yeah, it's a map.
Can I help action her?
It's a map.
Yeah, okay, great. We can read it. We can read that.
Can I roll an insight check though to see if there's any when she says illiterate, does she mean there's any secret code on there?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Why are you laughing? 15.
She is just being a bitch. She is
Okay.
just being a bitch to you. She couldn't think of anything else to say, and so she called you illiterate. That's all.
That's pretty swaggy.
All right. Well, we'll be off then.
Hey,
Best for us
Iris,
to move. What?
we still want to help find your shadows.
Well, I got mine.
I mean your friends' shadows.
Well, thank you. Also, if you see Aggie's father, just
Punch him in the face.
yeah, but maybe don't. I don't know. Just
Do what we did to that card.
maybe don't do that right away. Just because I feel like Aggie should have a say in it at least.
Right.
Unless he's trying to kill
Tie
you real
him up.
bad. If he's trying to kill you real bad, I don't give a shit.
Right.
Well, I give a shit. And she
Um,
opens her arms for a hug. From
We're gonna miss you,
everyone.
Griselda.
Iris is like,
She-
yeah, I'm not doing that. And Iris just steps aside, but Sierra, Ladybug nuzzles Golzog for a moment.
Yes. Golzok gets right in there.
Then Ladybug just gives a curt nod
I'll
to
miss
the
you.
rest of you, except Marabella. And
Goodbye, lady. Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's turned away.
very deliberately turned away.
That's so mean.
Bye.
And off you go on your own path, back towards hither, back towards the tree stump where, with Iris, where the last member of your vision is awaiting you. A little wicker basket as you walk down your own small golden path. The rest of you waking up with some odd visions, things learned, maybe a plan to deal with this odd entity. And we'll end there for this evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Sorry that we ran late. You never know what's going to happen with Dream Logic. Again, we will be off next week because it is the 4th of July. And then I believe we'll be there the week after. If not, we'll let you know. Either way, the next episode we will be introducing our guest player, George Daddy Primavera.
Daddy.
We will be saying goodbye to Natasha for a little bit. Does anyone have anything to plug before we're done? Yes, Marty.
Dylan, I remembered to send you the Entertainment Community Fund this time.
Did you? Where?
Yes, I did. I sent it to you privately via text. You can put it in the chat if you want. Guys, support the writers' strike any way you can. If you live in LA or New York, you can show up to a picket. You can feel free to light up any of the streaming services or what do you call them? Or studios' social media, Paramount, Netflix, anything like that. Hashtag WGA Strong. Or you can donate to the Entertainment Community Fund, which helps not just the writers, but like the assistants, below-the-line workers, hair and makeup, all those good folks who help make stuff, who are affected by the strike, but won't necessarily stand to benefit. It's really important that everybody build solidarity during this very frustrating time. I say it every week.
It's important every week.
Yeah. Thanks, Dill. And that was my plug.
Okay. Anyone else got anything they want to plug?
Yeah, I'm gonna plug the theater and come to my show on Friday, please. I'm making my new solo show, so it's this. You're gonna see the sausage, and the sausage will be pretty fun as I'm making it. So it's the first showing of it at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. They're both gonna be completely different shows, and it's gonna be a wacky good time. So
Where at?
At the Ledge Theater, a theater run by people of color, women owned, and it's pretty fucking awesome.
And if you don't know, this one has a pretty good track record with solo shows. Pretty
This
good.
one does.
This one
This
does.
one does.
Anyone else have anything they want to plug before we end off this evening? No? Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We'll see you next time. Goodbye! Goodbye now! Goodbye! We come back for George Primavera. He's coming! Oh no! Who's he gonna be? I know.